Okay. I just want to share my experience from what had been going on in the dark space I was in and why that moment at the retreat was so imperative to the journey that has led me here. 2023 was the worst year of my life. Okay. But I'll just say that it ended with the transition of my best friend unexpectedly for me. And that for me was where I hit rock bottom. I went into a very severe depression. I was in a very, very dark place. So Nahkila was the only person I was talking to. And when I tell you I was in such a place of rage. And so she was guided to, or send me an invitation for the day retreat. And it was an amazing day for me on so many levels. So many levels. One, just seeing so many of my soul sisters who I hadn't seen or interacted with so long, it did my heart good just to be in your energy. And then just being out in nature, away from the energy of all the heaviness that was happening in my house, like it was just so great energetically just to be out there. I could breathe. All that was great as well. Then we had a moment where Nahkila asked us all, we were all kind of in the living room area and we were sharing, different people were sharing. And then Nahkila would ask someone else if they had a message for that person, different things. We're guided, whatever. But I just know at one point I was talking, and to her point, she and I were sitting in two chairs that are kind of like this. I'm in a living room sitting chair. There were two sitting kind of side by side. And she extended her hand to me and she told me to give her hand. Nahkila was the one who certified me as a divine source energy healer. I am certified under Ashworth Scott Life Sculpting. So I have one, received energy healing from her. I have two, given energy healing to her. And I've also seen how powerful she is in the work that she's done on other people, and I've witnessed. So I already knew what was up when this heifer gave me her hand. Even if that was not her intention, I said, oh God, she's about to touch me. Something happened. That I knew. I knew that much. But when I tell you, there was a surge, and it literally felt like, if you think about like a hardened street where they have to use a jackhammer to get through it, I literally felt energy flowing through her hand into down my arm into my body, and I'm feeling this happening. And so I'm crying. It's not painful, okay? I'm feeling it though. It's like a rush that's happening through me. And I'm also feeling what's feeling like that cracking. And it's like the shell, that hardened shell I was telling y'all about. I felt it like crumbling. And so I'm literally starting to kind of like shake, and I'm not intentionally shaking because it literally is like that's what I'm feeling. This is what she's saying, give it to me. And so I'm literally starting to touch that space. It didn't take all, it wasn't that hard. It was literally at the surface. So I go to that space and it broke something off of me. It released so much that I had been carrying and could not release it. But the energy healing is what kick-started the journey back to me. It's what brought me back to me. It's what kick-started the steps I started taking afterwards. I say all this to say, if you have been guided, called out, or whatever the like, to come and be a part of Divine Source Energy Healing, make your way. Sis, find a way. It's not for naught. But I know what it can do and how powerful it is and what you can release. Because you're talking about moments where you're literally extracting the things that have no language in your soul. That pain that you can't even put words to. You can't even find words in the human language to describe it. but it still is required to be extracted out of you because it's not serving you, but it's hidden in the darkest depths of our souls. It is an extraction, but it's one we require because we all have that pain. We all have been living this journey. It does not always feel good, and we don't always release it as we should, or don't often know how. Divine source energy healing, oh, it knows how. And I say that intentionally because it's going in and doing the work that I don't know what it's pulling out of you. I just know I'm pulling. Nahkila just knows she's pulling. But I promise you, it's life-changing, bruh. It's life-changing. So yeah, if you've been guided to go, I would strongly encourage that you go. Make a way. And you will not regret it. You will not regret it.